The movie starts by introducing us to a pretty lady named Sadie Rhodes. She's driving her car on a trip near Washington, D.C. Sadie wants to go camping to clear her mind after her roommate Elena passed away. While she's driving, Sadie gets a call from her therapist, Claudia. She missed her counseling session that was supposed to happen that day. Sadie explains to Claudia that she wasn't really close to Elena, but they did share a lot in common about their jobs and hobbies, except for Elena's love for gardening. Claudia suggests that Sadie take care of Elena's plans to help her cope with the loss. Claudia reminds Sadie to stay focused and not overwhelm herself. Even though Claudia cares about Sadie's mental well-being, Sadie isn't too fond of the attention and ends the call quickly. The scene changes and we meet Cole Turner, the guy selling vegetables. He's helping two customers. Just as he's about to give them their change, he realizes he can't find his money box, so he uses the tracker on his inhaler, which he kept in the money box, to locate it through his phone. Cole comes from a farming family and lives with his parents and younger sister, Maddie, on a farm near Washington, D.C. Cole is the kind of guy who gets overly attached to his partners, like checking their social media and texting them constantly. This behavior makes his ex-partners uncomfortable and they break up with him. Not only Maddie, but some other market vendors who are friends with Cole also tease him about his relationship troubles. They make fun of him for getting dumped by his exes, even though he's actually a good guy. Then they gave Cole some advice about not being overly clingy in relationships because women often feel uncomfortable if their partners are too possessive and needy. So, Cole went to a flower seller named Edna to talk about his romantic problems. He only shared it with her, but Edna ended up spreading the news to other traders in the market. She didn't feel bad about gossiping, though. Instead, she asked Cole to join her for a drink. When he declined, she asked him to watch her stand while she went to the bar. Soon after, Sadie arrived at the market looking to buy a pot of begonias. Since Edna hadn't come back yet, Cole went over to Sadie and warned her that begonias are a bit toxic, even though they look pretty. Sadie then asked him how to take care of the flowers, because her job makes her travel a lot for long periods. Cole said begonias need watering every 2 weeks, but Sadie explained her trips are usually a month or two long. Hearing this, Cole suggested she get a cactus or a fake plant instead, and he refused to sell her the begonias, thinking she'd neglect them. This made Sadie a bit upset, and they argued until Edna finally showed up. She allowed Sadie to buy the begonias and noticed the chemistry between Sadie and Cole. Edna then encouraged Cole to pursue Sadie and ask for her phone number. Cole, who had been single for a while, decided to take a chance. He hurried to catch up with Sadie and asked her out on a date. However, when Cole suddenly asked Sadie out and saw her surprised face, he got a bit disheartened, and thought he might have been too confident, so he left. But surprisingly, Sadie called him back and invited him for a date right there and then. Turns out, Sadie was actually interested in Cole. They decided to go for a walk and chatted about their lives. Sadie shared that she's an art curator, who travels a lot to different countries for her work. She loves exploring new places and enjoys her job. On the other hand, Cole told Sadie that he's also a fan of traveling, but he has to look after his family's farm because his dad got seriously injured. Even though Cole is actually an agricultural engineer. When they got to a staircase, Cole challenged Sadie to a race up the stairs. She agreed and even said she could climb with her bag and Cole's stuff, including his inhaler that he'd just used. In the race, Sadie won easily, looking like someone used the physical activities as she didn't seem tired at all. After that, they went to a museum, where Sadie told Cole that she's never afraid of anything. Hearing this, Cole mentioned he'd take Sadie out for a drink on their next date, but surprisingly, Sadie took the lead and asked Cole to join her at a bar right then and there. Cole couldn't turn down the invitation. Cole and Sadie headed to a bar, had a great time sipping their drinks, and then wandered around the streets, talking more privately. During their chat, Sadie opened up to Cole, telling him that in her current job, she longed for a partner like the cactus he'd mentioned earlier. She wanted someone she didn't have to fuss over all the time, someone low maintenance. As time passed, Cole and Sadie grew closer. The next day, Sadie invited Cole over to her apartment, where they spent more intimate time together. Afterward, Cole happily returned home and shared the news about Sadie with his family. He even thought she might be his soulmate. However, Maddie, his younger sister, found Cole still doing some of his old habits. He was taking secret photos of Sadie, checking her social media, and constantly texting her. Maddie tried to advise Cole that these things could make women uncomfortable and might push them away, but Cole didn't pay much attention to her advice. Instead, he helped his dad with their work and tended to the plants while repeatedly checking his phone. He was waiting for Sadie's reply or any news from her after their last meeting. When Maddie learned about this, she teased Cole for being too clingy in his romantic relationship. Soon after, Cole realized he'd left his inhaler with Sadie. Using the tracker on the inhaler, he found out Sadie was in London. Cole's parents encouraged him to surprise her with a visit, even though Maddie, his sister, thought it wasn't a great idea. Ignoring Maddie's advice, Cole went to London to meet up with Sadie. He used the inhaler's tracker to locate her at London Bridge. Taking a taxi there, he noticed some guys seemed to be watching him, which made him uneasy. Suddenly, a man attacked him from behind, drugged him, and abducted him. When Cole woke up, he was tied up in a cave full of insects and dangerous critters someone had kept as pets. Before long, a guy named Borislav began questioning Cole. Borislav believed Cole was a legendary CIA operative called the Taxman, known for disrupting their illegal deals and eliminating their double agent, Elena. Borislav also thought Cole might have the passcode for Aztec, a super dangerous bioweapon that could wipe out thousands of people in an instant. Cole, however, tried to convince Borislav that he was just a vegetable vendor named Cole Turner, not a CIA agent. He explained he came to London to see his girlfriend and he had no clue about Aztec or its passcode, but Borislav didn't seem to believe him. Borislav had plans to use a poisonous insect to torture Cole, but out of the blue, someone stormed into Borislav's hideout, taking down his men, and it was Sadie, the legendary CIA operative known as the Taxman. This news left Cole utterly stunned, but Sadie didn't want to explain things just yet. Her focus was on saving Cole. She got him out of that creepy cave, dealing with some of Borislav's goons on the way. After making their escape, Sadie let Cole know they were in the Khyber Pass in Pakistan. They tried to get away by car, but they were ambushed by a bunch of hired mercenaries, so Sadie took a daring move by leading them down a rocky hillside to escape. Cole, though he had some weapon skills, found it tough to keep up with Sadie's moves. She was clearly more experienced in this spy stuff. She even took control of a local bus, and they had a nerve-wracking chase on a narrow road along a cliff. During their getaway, they fought off the mercenaries who were shooting at them. Luckily, after going through a bunch of intense situations, which were a real adrenaline rush for Cole, given it was his first taste of espionage, they managed to beat the mercenaries. Meanwhile, Borislav's boss, an arms dealer named Lavik, finally reached the cave and found out that the taxman had escaped. One of Lavik's guys, Wagner, informed him that they couldn't find any info about Cole, or the supposed taxman in the country's intelligence databases. Lavik acted brutally by killing one of his own men for letting the taxman escape. He ordered Wagner to catch the taxman right away and obtained the Aztec passcode. On their way to the nearest town, Cole and Sadie found themselves arguing about the lies they'd told each other. Cole fibbed about traveling a lot when he actually spent more time at home with his family. Sadie, on the other hand, had said she was an art curator, but turned out to be a spy. Cole had no clue about Sadie's actions, like how she killed her roommate Elena, who was a double agent and sided with their enemies. Later that day, they reached a small town called mshorror. There, Sadie met Marco, an old contact and former lover. Marco warned Cole that Sadie cared more about completing her missions than the safety of her boyfriends. He mentioned an incident in Myanmar where he lost his hand due to her focus on the mission, but now, Marco helped Sadie gather information. He let Cole and Sadie know that the mafia boss after them was L.A. Copyright Vic, a disgraced French intelligence agent turned arms dealer. Marco cautioned that L.A. Copyright Vic was cruel and dangerous. Sadie, however, didn't seem afraid. She told Marco to take Cole safely back to the United States, while she continued pursuing L.A. Copyright Vic and Aztec. Before leaving, Sadie asked Cole not to contact her anymore, making it clear they weren't a couple. As Marco was getting ready to take Cole to the airport, suddenly a hitman named Sam showed up. He killed Marco and took Sadie as a hostage. L.A. Copyright Vic had hired Sam, thinking Cole was the tax man, and ordered him to capture Cole. Watching Cole and Sadie arguing, Sam assumed they were a couple and suggested they sort things out privately. Out of the blue, another hitman named Leo appeared. He shot Sam and aimed his gun at Cole and Sadie. They were just about to leave in a car when Leo was taken out by Stan. Yet another hitman, Stan, placed a chip on Cole and Sadie's necks, explaining it could conduct electricity. He demonstrated his ring, saying it could release 50,000 volts of electricity, and warned them he'd use it if they resisted. They were set to move to another car when Stan was attacked by the injured Sam. Seizing her chance, Sadie grabbed Stan's gun and ring, using them to threaten Sam. She wanted to know where Aztec was and where to find L.A. Copyright Vic. The next day, Sadie told Cole she'd take him somewhere safe, then she'd complete her mission to capture L.A. Copyright Vic and get Aztec. This upset Cole. He felt Sadie was only focused on her mission. Despite her former lover's tragic death, he went on about what she prioritized: guns, bullets, and passcode, telling her she lacked empathy for her former lover who'd been killed. Out of nowhere, Sadie brings her car to a halt and asks Cole about the passcode. Cole fills her in on how Borislav tried to extract the passcode from him. Sadie puts the pieces together. L.A. Copyright Vic doesn't have the passcode, which means he can't sell Aztec. L.A. Copyright Vic's hitmen were after Cole, thinking he was the taxman and knew the passcode. However, the real taxman is Sadie herself, and she lets Cole know she doesn't have the passcode either. She only learned that it's connected to something Elena might have destroyed. Aztec is locked in a super-secure briefcase, only accessible with the passcode. Now that L.A. Copyright Vic mistook Cole for the taxman, Sadie shifts her plan. She uses Cole as bait, intending to hand him over to L.A. Copyright Vic in exchange for $10 million reward. The idea is to distract L.A. Copyright Vic while she goes after Aztec. At the meeting spot, Sadie hands Cole over to L.A. Copyright Vic as agreed and asks for her reward. But L.A. Copyright Vic changes the plan, telling Sadie to board the plane, promising to pay her once they're at their destination. What Sadie doesn't know is that L.A. Copyright Vic secretly ordered Wagner to kill her as soon as they land. While on the plane, Wagner goes through Cole's phone and stumbles upon an intimate photo of Cole and Sadie from their first date. This photo ruins Sadie's plan to outsmart L.A. Copyright Vic and his crew. She can't defend herself either, and things are looking tough. Wagner gives the order for his crew to finish off Sadie, but she's got an ace up her sleeve. She claims to have the Aztec passcode and reveals a small bottle containing a high-voltage chip. When Wagner holds the chip, Sadie twists Stan's ring, which zaps Wagner and knocks him out cold. Cole and Sadie then take on Wagner's men, grabbing the briefcase with Aztec. In the struggle, Sadie gets stabbed in the abdomen, but they still manage to escape. Despite her injury, Sadie tells Cole to take Aztec and leave her behind. Cole won't abandon the woman he loves. He secures Aztec, ties Sadie to himself, and jumps out of the plane with a parachute. They safely land on Socotra Island. After 6 hours, Sadie wakes up to find Cole has treated her wounds with his knowledge of plants. She thanks him for his help and for protecting Aztec from Wagner's gain. Meanwhile, LA copyright Vic receives a call from Wagner, who reports that Cole and Sadie got away with Aztec. LA copyright Vic, with a potential buyer named Mr. Utami, orders Wagner to retrieve Aztec and the passcode within 2 days. If they fail, Mr. Utami will do away with them all. That night, Cole and Sadie spent time chatting and getting to know each other better. Cole finally opens up to Sadie, revealing his plan to continue the family business so as not to burden his injured father. Before calling it a night, Sadie sends a signal to the CIA, letting them know where they are, so help can be sent. The next day, while Cole is gathering wood on the beach, Sadie spots Wagner's men, who manage to track them down. She rushes to warn Cole, but he's already too far from their tent, so she catches up with him, leaving the Aztec case in their tent. Right then, Wagner and his crew attack, firing at Cole and Sadie. Luckily, U.S. Marines arrive in the nick of time, launching a counterattack. Wagner realizes that Aztec isn't with Cole and Sadie, so he rushes to their tent, grabs it, and makes a quick escape. The two are taken to the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, where they're questioned by Senior Agent Jackson. He suspects Sadie collaborated with Levick and knowingly let him take Aztec. Cole stands up for Sadie, denying the accusation and stressing she left Aztec to save him. Jackson pushes Cole to admit Sadie's betrayal, while Sadie's superior tells her to rest, as she's been taken off the mission. As Sadie looks at the people she's killed, Cole notices something peculiar, a house plant. In Elena's room, Cole fills in the CIA, explaining that the house plant has ties to Aztec rituals. Sadie adds that Elena stole the plant from an obsessed scientist. The conclusion: the plant's genetic makeup is the passcode for the Aztec case. Jackson suggests involving Cole to continue the mission. The CIA assigns Cole as the taxman, using the cracked passcode to bait Levick. Cole's not keen, but Jackson warns that Levick could hurt his family if they resist. To protect his family, Cole agrees to the plan. Aiming to arrest Levick, they stage a scenario where the taxman's selling the passcode secretly for money. Meanwhile, Sadie worries about Cole's safety. She cautions him against dealing with Levick, a dangerous mafia boss and ex-spy. Cole's determined, explaining he'll do anything to shield his loved ones. In the end, Cole contacts Levick, setting up a meeting at a revolving restaurant. Levick's buyer, Mr. Utami, is also there. As Cole holds the meeting, Jackson and CIA agents monitor nearby, giving Cole guidance from a van parked close. But just as Jackson and the team were closing in on Levick, Wagner and his crew overpowered them, leaving Cole on his own for the mission. Cole stayed cool as he faced off against Mr. Utami and Levick, who tried to scare him by saying they took care of the other CIA agents. Unexpectedly, Sadie reappeared, choosing to protect Cole and prioritize his safety over her mission. Ignoring Levick, Sadie dealt directly with Mr. Utami, assuring them she held the Aztec passcode. She cracked open the briefcase, and Mr. Utami sent $10 million to her account. Quickly, Sadie put a bounty on Levick using the money, and they found themselves surrounded by bounty hunters and hitmen in the restaurant. Gunfire erupted, and Levick's men aimed to eliminate Cole and Sadie, seizing Aztec. Amidst the chaos, Levick shot Mr. Utami, chasing after Sadie, who held Aztec. Cole took on Wagner, ultimately defeating him, although in the process, they accidentally damaged the revolving machine and caused it to lose control and spin very quickly. A fierce showdown between Sadie and Levick ensued as he tried to grab Aztec. With Cole's help, Sadie prevailed, securing Aztec. Later on, Cole and Sadie decided to rekindle their romance. Sadie got to meet Cole's family, and they found time for each other amid her missions. The movie teaches us a valuable lesson: don't jump to conclusions if your partner goes off the radar. They might just be a secret agent, saving the world from danger. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.